invaded Abyssinia, in those days it was Abyssinia, it had a whole set of verses. But all I remember is I walking along Regent Street and the calypso is singing, advantage can never done, Mussolini, you know you're wrong.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was quite a famous calypso at the time.
Yes, that was the calypso, yes. It had lots of verses, but I can remember around Regent Street, that's how they're singing.
Yeah,
But another thing was that every aspirational black person had a photograph of Haile Selassie.
Every aspirational black person?
Any biracial family would have also, in addition to the Queen, they would have two photographs. One of Haile Selassie, and there was a very famous singer called Alyce Fraser Denny, and they would have pictures of Alyce too. She was the best soprano.
But why? Because I always thought Haile Selassie was only the Rastafarian community.
No, before Rastafarian. When I was a little girl, every house had Haile Selassie.
You're joking.
Yeah. Oh, the Rastafarians only come later on.
So he had a really important status in terms of being the leader of in an African continent.
Every black family.
Wow, that's
would also have, in addition to the Queen or whatever, they would also have a photograph of. That's how I know about Haile Selassie. How would I know? I didn't know who he was.
But you knew he was African.
It was a black man that come from some place called Abyssinia.
Okay.
Because there was something in Guyana called the Negro Progress Convention. So they had an association for black people, NPC. It was called Negro Progress Convention. So people of Negro Progress would have a copy of Haile Selassie.
Did you know about Marcus Garvey then?
Oh yes, we heard about Marcus Garvey. Yes.
Okay. Did Marcus Garvey ever visit Guyana?
I don't think so. He may have done, but I don't remember that.
So what was the connection with the Jordanites? Because who were the Jordanites? I always heard that they.
Well, the Jordanites were like a fringe. We didn't know very much about them either.
But they were almost like Rastafarian kind of.
They would have been our Rastafarians.
A kind of an equivalent.
Yes, they would have
because
been.
I think they were very interested in Marcus Garvey's teachings and things.
Yes. And I tell you something else. When Enterprise, Robert Hart was a man who popularized secondary education in the country. Until then, he convinced ordinary people that they can send their children to secondary school, right? And he would have fabulous speech days. And one year, for the speech day, he did a pageant of the empire. This Portuguese girl named Elizabeth de France, she was Queen Victoria because she white. She was Queen Victoria. Well, yes, she white. And with no reference, because she just happened to be fair, and Queen Victoria was fair, so she fit in. And then each country presented a poem or a dance to this queen. For example, I remember Gwen Herbert reciting, "This royal throne of kings, this sceptred isle, this realm, this England," right? And Victor Perun talking about India. And somebody else talking about, we knew all, they learned all the national anthems and the poems or the dance for each country. That is why I can sing you now, "Oh Paddy there, and did you hear the news is going around? The shamrock is forbid by law to grow on Irish ground," right? But then when it came to Africa, Bertie Hart had two aunts, Aunt Cumsie and Aunt Jess, and it is they who came down and taught the students who were representing Africa to sing and do the African dance. Ujuma, oh, Ujuma, oh, Ujumama, oh, Katisha, Kere, Laike, yo, Ulusi, Lucy, Olele, Usululele, Koti. I know what it means. You singing it? I've got a clue what it means. But Aunt Jess was Bertie Hart, two African aunts from West Bank, they came and taught the students that, those who were going to present Africa.
Yeah.
Oh, you see Luli, Olele, you see Olele, Kotisha, Okonari, Mimolo, Ujuma, oh, Ujuma, oh, Ujumama, oh, Katisha, Kere, Laike, oh. right? But then eventually there were other chaps who were taught to do the Lancers, which were British. I can see O O Fredericks in his nice tuxedo, and they're doing the Lancers. And he did a whole pageant of the empire. That is how rooted we were in the empire. What else could, yeah.